Snowden, the Chinese connection, that's what we'll talk about today. We're learning about Edward Snowden, and we don't want to jump to conclusions. I think we already know two things. First, that he broke the law, but secondly, that he performed a real public service in getting this information out there. Our own government would never have told us that they had every single phone call and email we ever made to anybody in their files to look at their pleasure. The assertion that the FISA warrants were a check and a balance on their intrusiveness is ridiculous. Out of 34,000 warrant requests of the FISA court, 11 have been rejected. So it's a rubber stamp. So the NSA can look at anything it bloody well wants, and we have absolutely no privacy at all in this country anymore. And we really owe Snowden a debt of gratitude for bringing that information to the fore. But some of the connections with China are beginning to trouble me. I don't know yet, but I'm worried about it. First of all, he publicized this and dumped the documents right at the same time that Obama was meeting with the president of China. And one of the major issues was American complaints about Chinese hacking. Then he goes to Hong Kong, and other than the one interview with The Guardian and the Wall Street Journal, his other interviews with the South China Morning Post, which is controlled by the Chinese government. And then he comes out yesterday and says that the U.S. hacks into China, that it hacked into the Hong Kong University, that it hacks into students and professors, political leaders, and that he cited 61,000, said there was 61,000 incidents of America hacking into foreign databases, and that many of those, thousands of those, came from China. Now, China makes an art form of hacking the United States, and they don't hack our computers in order to save themselves from potential terror attacks. They hack into it to steal our technology so they can emulate it and compete with it and put us out of business, or so that they can use the hacking as a military weapon to disable our computer grid or to get the goods on all of our latest defense technology. And for him to accuse the United States of hacking China while he's in China is a little too convenient. And then he said that he has full confidence in the legal system and the fairness of the courts in Hong Kong. Well, they're controlled by the Chinese, and China's been making a big deal about Hong Kong because they want to appeal to Taiwan to voluntarily join China, and their liberal treatment of Hong Kong is Exhibit A. So there are a lot of questions here that I think need to be answered, and I think it's a little bit early for us to take Mr. Snowden at face value. But in the meantime, let's focus on what he's done, what he has exposed. You know, J. Edgar Hoover ran the United States government for 35 years, from the mid-20s to the mid-60s, on the strength of blackmail information that he developed on virtually everybody in the Senate and the House or the Cabinet, and information that he had at his disposal that he could dump any time to destroy anybody he wanted to. And the NSA now has the capacity to do that, to do exactly that. And there's no check and balance on it. The FISA courts are a rubber stamp, they're a joke. The intelligence committees never are told anything important. This is an agency now that has no checks and balances in an administration that misused the IRS for blatantly political purposes and perverted the Department of Justice to a point where justice doesn't belong in its title anymore. So this is a terribly serious situation. I'm grateful for the information, and we've got to pursue it and stay on top of it. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to be talking about this today on my radio show on WPHT 1210 AM from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock Eastern Time. But if you're not in the Philly region, go to dickmorris.com and click on it, and you can listen to the show and call in. I'd love to chat with you and answer your questions or get your comments on this. Thanks a lot for watching.